Don't come for me, y'all, okay? It was a good show. It had me bawling in the end, just like you. And I'm on testosterone, which means I only get one good cry a month. And of course, it was over that fucking quill. Just the trials and the politics that were a little confusing and difficult for me to follow. I think the show kind of expected me to have an understanding of the McCarthy administration and the Lavender Scare before going into it, but I didn't have enough of an understanding to like understand who some of these people were supposed to be, and I don't think the show did that great of a job of explaining who they were. That's all I'm saying. Also, just hated Hawk as a character. He was selfish and cowardly. He was a liar. He sold people under the bus constantly. He strung Tim along for decades and lied to his wife and put her through hell. He was a bad father. And I think even his decision to help Tim in the end of his life was just to relieve his own guilt. Like, I never liked him, and I didn't understand why someone as like smart as Tim liked him other than his looks. The time skipping was also super confusing for me. I'm one of those people that unless a character has pink hair in one decade and blue hair in another, I'm not gonna know what era we're in until like 5 or 6 seconds into a scene, if not the whole scene. Found myself looking up plot synopsises of each episode to follow along, which is never a good sign for the storytelling abilities of a show. I will say there was a lot about this show that I loved. Like the connection between Tim and Hawk's son Jackson was really, really interesting, that they could relate to each other over Hawk's neglectful and confusing love. I also didn't like that after all of this character development, Jackson dies off screen. Like, I just feel like he could have contributed to a more interesting plot development. I also really love Marcus and Frankie's relationship. The juxtaposition of their identities was so compelling to me. Y'all know I love Jonathan Bailey as Tim. He's a great character, a great actor, and so hot. This scene killed me. Best scene in the show. Easily. And that's my full thoughts on Fellow Travelers. I stand by that it's a little boring and a little hard to follow with some really interesting characters and scenes in between, but I'm not one for historical dramas. I just watched it because they're gay, and the gay intimacy scenes were very, very good.